In which year the Right of Information Act enacted in India 2005. The main objective of the Right to Information Act is to provide transparency and accountability in the governance. Who can file an RTI application in India? Only Indian citizens. What is the maximum time limit for a public authority to respond to an RTI request? That is 30 days. Which government bodies supervise the implementation of the RTI Act? Central Information Commission. RTI Act applies to central and state government departments and bodies sustainably financed by the government. Who is the public information officer under RTI? Officer responsible for providing information to the applicant. What is the penalty for a PIO for not providing information without reasonable cause? Rupees 100 per day up to rupees 25,000. Which of the following is not exempted from disclosure under the RTI Act? Information on government expenditure. What should be the mode of filing an RTI application? Written application or electronic means, that is email or online portals. How much is the usual fee for filling RTI application? Rupees 10. The RTI Act promotes public participation in democracy. Who can file an appeal if RTI information is not provided? Only the original applicant. The second appeal under RTI is hereby Central or State Information Commission. Which section of the RTI Act provides the right to? Section 6(1). Which of the following is a key feature of the RTI Act? Mandatory disclosure of the information, time-bound response, penalties for non-compliance. What is the maximum time allowed to provide information affecting life or liberty of a person? That is 72 hours. Which is not a function of the Information Commission. Drafting government policies. How many information commissioners are appointed in the Central Information Commission? One Chief Information Commissioner and up to 10 Information Commissioner. Which of the following document is not covered under RTI? That is cabinet papers related to policy decisions. RTI application must be addressed to Public Information Officer of the concerned public authority. The RTI Act encourages transparency and accountability. Can an RTI request be refused on the grounds of national security? Yes, if information related to sovereignty and integrity of the India. The first appeal under the RTI Act must be filed within 30 days. Which of the following is the duty of the Public Information Officer? That is to provide information within stipulated time. The RTI Act applies to which sector? Government departments, public sector undertakings, NGOs funded by the government. Which section of RTI Act deals with the penalties? Section 20. If information sought under RTI is third party information, the PIO must consult the third party before disclosure. The RTI Act encourages openness and public participation. Can the RTI Act be used to obtain personal information? No, if it causes unwarranted invasion of privacy. How many days does a PIO have to transfer an RTI application to another department if it is not under their jurisdiction? 5 days. Which of these is not a ground for exemption under RTI? That is information related to public expenditure. RTI Act also mandates proactive disclosure of government policies and decisions. The RTI Act came into effect on 12th October 2005. Which of the following is an essential element of RTI Act? Right to task for the information, obligation of public authorities to provide information, mechanism for appeal and penalties. Under RTI, information means any material in any form. Which of the following is not true about RTI? It applies only to central government. Who appoints the Chief Information Commissioner? President of India. Which authority can order an inquiry into the matter of RTI complaint? Information Commission. The maximum penalty on the RTI is 25,000. What is the time limit for a second appeal? 60 days from the date of PIO reply. Which of the following is not a valid reason to reject an RTI application? Applicant is a foreign national. Under RTI Act, which information had to be disclosed? proactively. That is information related to government policies, decisions and the expenditure. What is the language of filling RTI application? Any official language of the area. What is the maximum time provide information related to life or liberty? That is again 72 hours. Which section deals with the exemption of disclosure of the information? Section 8. Information Commission can impose penalty on PIO who fails to provide information without reasonable cause. The RTI Act aims to reduce corruption, improve transparency, increase public participation. The RTI Act is a statutory right. Which of the following is true about the RTI Act? Only citizens have the right to access information. It is applicable to all public authorities. It prescribes penalties for failure to provide information.